So does anybody else feel like they woke up in bizarro world? Like what is actually happening right now? Up is down, down is up, 2 plus 2 equals 5. Uh, People are absolutely outraged, offended by a red hat, but half naked 11-year-old girls dancing like strippers is socially acceptable and applauded and defended. What world are we living in right now? Somebody's gonna have to catch me up. Remember, I'm stupid, I'm simple, I'm slow. It takes me a while to process information sometimes. So I'm the uneducated moron that somebody's gonna have to explain this to. So red hat offensive, half naked 11-year-old strippers not offensive. Gonna have to explain that to me. Gonna have to dig a little deeper, slow it down for me. Things are moving too fast for stupid people like me. So anybody else feel confused about where we are as a people, as a creature, as a culture? We're celebrating career criminals. We're celebrating career criminals. Okay? We are, I can't even think of the word. That's how stupid and simple and slow I am. I can't even think of the word. We're idolizing. We're putting these people on a pedestal and we're worshiping criminals. Okay, let me explain something to you about the criminal element. First of all, the criminal element is a very, very, very small percentage of the population. Very, very, very few people commit the vast majority of crimes in this country and around the world, okay? Very few people. It's not that many. But these people wreak havoc on civil society. And as a group of people, we have to stop being morons and realize that these people exist. Defunding the police is stupid. It's ignorant, okay? The criminal element is real and they wreak havoc on every population. They don't care what color you are. They don't care what neighborhood you live in. The criminal element is a criminal element. That's all there is to it. And we need to stop idolizing these people. This is nonsense. It's absolutely ignorant to ignore the idea or just dismiss the idea that there are evil, demented, sick people that wreak havoc on other people's lives, okay? So let me explain a little bit of what I know from personal experience about the criminal element, because I've been a part of it. I know what this looks like. I've been around these people. I know what's happening, okay? Let me explain something to you that you might not be understanding, okay? And I'll simplify it as best you can, because again, I got to simplify this for the simple people that might be watching this. I'm simple, so this is how I understand it. Let me explain it to the other simpletons like me that are watching this, okay? The number of crimes that you have to commit to even be caught committing a crime is through the roof. You have no idea how many crimes you have to actually commit before you get caught committing a crime. And you can use this in your own life and apply this to your own life. In simple terms, it doesn't have to be a large crime. It can be any crime. How many times have you jaywalked and not been caught? How many times have you not used a turn signal or ran a red light or ran a stop sign or didn't come to a complete stop or ignored a yield sign or changed lanes without using your signal? I mean, anything. You yourself have committed hundreds, if not thousands of crimes, criminal behavior. You are a criminal. You just haven't been caught, okay? So take that and apply that to the criminal element of society. I've been there. I know what this is like. There are crimes that if I would have been caught in the act of, or things that would have caught up to me or been traced to me, I would still be in prison to this day. I probably would spend the rest of my life in prison, okay, if I would have been caught committing the crimes that I committed. So understand that when you hear somebody's rap sheet, when you hear somebody's arrest record, their conviction record, you need to understand not only did they commit so many crimes prior to that, there are so many other crimes that they probably even got caught committing and they weren't able to prosecute. You have no idea how bad this justice system really is. How many crimes somebody actually has to commit before they get caught. There are charges every single day brought against these people that get dropped because there's not enough evidence, or they get their charges reduced, or they plea bargain out of these deals because our justice system is complete trash. They plea bargain out of these deals. Somebody should never see the light of day in their plea bargaining for days, weeks, months of probation, or the case gets dismissed or dropped, or somebody gets arrested for 5 or 6 charges and they only prosecute 1. I mean, you can't even understand the scale of how garbage our justice system is once somebody does finally get caught committing a crime. So for someone to actually have a conviction on their record for a violent crime, aggravated this or aggravated that, or assault or a crime against a child, you think because someone's got an assault or a murder or an attempted murder or a sex crime against a minor, you think that was the first time they did that? Do you live on planet naive? Do you not understand what the criminal element is like in this country and around the world? Do you not understand when somebody has crimes against children, that's not their first time? Do you think that somebody's got a domestic abuse charge? Do you think that's the first time? Do you think someone's got a rape charge? Do you think that's their first time? I mean, you not, what planet? Do you really live on planet naive? Like, I need to understand this. The criminal element in this country and around the world are very sick and twisted, demented, evil people, okay? These aren't just a group of people that don't have anything else better to do, or they just can't find a better opportunity. No, they want it easy. They want it simple. They're sick. They're twisted. They're demented. The reason why it's so easy for people in the Hamptons to scream defund the police is because they've never been the victim of a violent crime. It's really easy to act like the violent element of society doesn't exist when it's never impacted you or your life or anybody you know. It's just bizarre to me. Oh, excuse me. It's bizarre to me. People are this evil and sick and twisted, and your idea to solve that is to defund the police. Like that's going to do anything. I just don't understand. You need to understand. You need to understand what the criminal element is like. Yes, it's a small minority of the population. It's a very small minority. But you need to understand how sick, demented, twisted, and it doesn't matter why. It doesn't matter why. You can blame it on the economy. You can blame it on the president. You can blame it on opportunity. You can blame it on the neighborhood. It doesn't matter why. That's not our job. It's not our job to figure out why this person's demented. This person's sick and twisted, and they literally ruin people's lives. And now we're at a point now where we are so screwed up mentally and psychologically that now we're celebrating these people in our professional sports and TV and news and media. They're celebrating people, the criminal element of society. Imagine how you would feel if the person that raped you against your will, was now being martyred on television every single day by the news and professional sports. Not because they rescued someone or they were a hero or they turned their life around and they gave their life to Jesus Christ and they did something honorable. No. They committed another series of crimes and someone called for help. They called 911 for help because this lunatic is being a lunatic, and the police show up and they act like a lunatic, and then they get shot by the police because the police are just doing their job and they just want to go home. So if it's the police officer or the lunatic, the officer says, well, instead of me waiting to die, I better defend myself and everybody else around here. But now we're celebrating the lunatic, the criminal element, the rapist. So I'm fed up. I'm done. Society's inside out, upside down, and I'm not gonna be quiet anymore. I'm not gonna be quiet anymore. So counting today, there are 50 days between now and an election. I'll get into more of that later, but here's the deal. I'm going to give you 50 videos in 50 days. Sometimes I'm going to read a news article. Sometimes I'm just going to give you opinions. Sometimes I may just give you something to think about. But I'm going to give you 50 videos in 50 days because I'm fed up. I've had enough. It's time to take a stand. The chaos, the nonsense, the lunacy, planet naive, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. This is ridiculous. This is nonsense. And I'm not going to be a part of it and sit down and say nothing and do nothing. So join me for the ride. Come along. You can cuss me out, send me messages, send me emails, whatever you want to do. But I'm opening the door for conversation, because this is absolutely ludicrous that this is the society that people want to live in, because this is not the society I want to live in, where we martyr career criminals. Sorry, that's not the society I want to live in. Okay, so let's do this. 50 videos in 50 days, and it's gonna get ugly. I'm gonna hurt some people's feelings, but I'm not gonna be quiet anymore. If I lose my friends, if I lose my family, if I lose my business, if I lose my employees, then that's what they can have. They can have all of it, because even if this society turns upside down and they start coming after us for whatever reason, fine. All you can have is my flesh. All you can have is my skin and bone. That's all you can have. You can't have my consciousness. You can't have what God gave me. You can't have my soul. That belongs to one person. So it's over with. It's game over. I'm not going to sit down. I'm not going to be quiet. I'm not going to let this just happen. Okay? I'm going to stand up. I'm going to say what's right. And if you don't like it, you don't like it. But that's on you. That's not on me. I'm going to do the right thing. I will always do the right thing. And being quiet isn't going to do it anymore. So the silence is over. 50 videos in 50 days. We're going to start exposing, and we're going to start talking about heroes versus zeros, because I'm not going to do this anymore. It's time we stand up. It's time we stop being passive. It's time we took a stand for our beliefs and what is right, because what's happening right now isn't right, and people know it's not right. And there are better ways to go about what we're doing, because live streaming crimes like murders and assaults and beatings and hit and runs, and we're just live streaming this stuff on television and social media like this is normal behavior. This is insanity. This is insanity. This is absolute pure chaos. And I'm gonna say something about it. I'm gonna do something about it. So get the word out. 50 videos in 50 days. This is the first installment. Hope y'all come along for the ride. Thank you for watching, and give me a shout out if I'm doing something wrong, saying something wrong. If I say something offensive, if a red hat's offensive to you, let me know. And if half-naked 11-year-old girls dancing like strippers is offensive to you, let me know. I need to know who's on my team and who's not on my team. So let's do this thing, and I appreciate y'all's attention. Love you. Bye.